Man, good. Hello and Segon. We're here just above Bangor, Maine, in Old Town, Maine, on the Penobscot reservation called Indian Island with Chris Sokolexis. And I had a few questions for Chris. I hope he doesn't mind. And we see the beautiful river behind us. This is the
Penobscot River.
Penobscot River. And Chris, in your lifetime, what has been your favorite accomplishment?
I have a couple. I grew up running and going to the national championships at age 12 in Kansas City, representing Maine. Is one of them. That's one of my good ones for the younger years. And then just recently, I am finishing up my master's degree at the University of Maine, focusing on Maine archaeology, but working with cultural identity and maritime adaptation along the coast of Maine.
And you also, for the tribe, work...
I'm the Tribal Historic Preservation Officer for the Penobscot Nation. In a nutshell, tribal archaeologist.
Now, in a nutshell, I had no idea the size of the territories that were still connected with the Penobscots. Can you give us a brief overview?
Well, our reservation consists of roughly 200 islands in the Penobscot River, from Old Town here, Indian Island, all the way up through to Millinocket, up through the river. And then we have tribal territories across the state of Maine as well.
Now, you spent a few years on Mother Earth. What lesson have you learned from Mother Earth?
I was actually just really thinking about this over the last week or so, and someone mentioned to me about patience, and I think patience is a good one. That came up in conversation, and I think that's one of the strongest. I think if you don't have patience, then you know, you're just going to be angry all the time.
It's one of the toughest ones for me, that's for darn sure. This is optional, Chris. In your lifetime, what has been the best moment of your life?
Recent or in the past? Or?
No, altogether, because you would think if you had one thing to say, you know, or it was incredible, one thought would come up.
There's many. You know, one is definitely family. Being the father of 3 daughters.
Names?
Shannon, Willow, and Emmett. And then others' greatest accomplishments is getting through school. I left school a couple of times, and then now in the later years, I'm just really adamant about finishing up these graduate course degrees and possibly moving on to a PhD.
Wow. Also optional, what has been the worst moment of your life?
Definitely the passing of my father. That's when I left school after he passed. That was really hard. That was a hard couple of years after he passed, just because we were so close. You know, he was my friend, my mentor, and everything, you know, and I just felt like I didn't have anyone to turn to after he passed.
So for all the people here on Mother Earth, what advice would you have for them?
Live. You know, get out and enjoy life. You know, whether it's just taking a walk. With us here, we like to paddle. So getting out on the river and all the waterways is, you know, you just experience and enjoy life on a daily basis. You know, the old adage, live day to day, you know, you kind of have to sometimes. And I enjoy every day that I can, you know, even if I'm not feeling it, I still get outside and just enjoy being outdoors.
Now, in your opinion, where do we go from here?
As far as
a people, as far as a world, as far as a civilization?
Just gotta stick together, you know, we gotta work together. You're not just in Indian country, but all around, you know. Time is limited for each of us, and there's not that much time to be arguing. We just got to work together, and and come together as humans, as the overall umbrella of being human. I think problems can be resolved.
And the question I was dying to ask you is, how do you feel about being native?
I'm proud to be, but I also look at my other roots. I have Scottish roots as well, and as and I try to learn both cultures. But growing up here on the reservation, we were taught to be strong and be proud and who we are and where we are. This is our homeland. We haven't been removed like a lot of other native tribes have been removed from their homelands. We're still here, still on our river, which is our life. This is us. This is who we are. We're a riverine people.
Well, Chris, I can't thank you enough.
You're welcome.